And we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, Friday night edition. Gracias to everyone that's already tapping in the comments section. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time we go live from the Wednesday show, the Friday show. The Chicano Hour was Myth Chicano Tube, which we're going to make up for, cabrones. Gracias to everyone that sent prayers, though. Yes, I was at the El Hospital ayer with my oldest boy, Mikey, and just like the post said, you know, Dios, familia, and es lo que vale en esta vida. So, gracias for everything. You know, when my boy tells me about, you know, a little bit of pain in the chest, pues, como el padre, voy a hacer lo que hacen padres. Okay, that's, come on. This real life, real world shit. But anyways, gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone in the members only. You already know who you are. The backbone of the community. The members only. So gracias to all the members only. We'll get the chat up right now. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to all the Chicano channels. You already know who you are. Not just the Chicano channels, but shout out to you. You already know who you are. Man, what did you think just moments ago? The heavyweight fight. Anthony Joshua starches. Completely starches Francis Ngannou. Is that why they say this is boxing and this is MMA? I don't know. We'll talk about it right now. Hold on. I got to be able to see the chat. That's right. I see you. That's right. Corcordor Security. He's tapped in. Ahí está en la puerta. So it's all to the good. We got some things to talk about tonight. But the knockout right now with the heavyweight one, phew, man. Te estoy diciendo, man. We'll talk about that maybe just for a couple seconds as, you know, the hint is trickling in. If you're listening to us on the podcast edition, we appreciate you también. Sometimes I forget about the podcast online community. And you know what they do? They start the jale, and they put me in play. So I appreciate you guys también. You already know, Salinas Valley Memorial, Natividad Hospital. Todos mis trabajadores allá, UPS, FedEx, and everyone, man. Gracias for tuning in to Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, the Joshua knockout a couple seconds ago absolutely smoked him straight down the middle. It's crazy because... let me keep it real with the gente, like I always do. Most street guys, right? They never see that punch coming. And the punch is a very simple punch. You know what it's called? It's called a straight punch. And the street guys never, ever, ever see it coming. No, I don't want to say never, ever. I'm just going to say like this. Those that didn't have any kind of training. Because some boxing 101 absolutely neutralizes. I don't care who you are. I don't care how bad you are. How many heads you got hanging over your mantle. How many people this and that. And it don't matter. Boxing, some basic 101 will absolutely put into place who it needs to put into place. Anyways, absolutely starched them. Anthony Joshua, again, on top of the world right now. Again, that was the people argue, you know, when you start doing these little exhibition fights, they're more money. Let's just keep it real. They're not, it's not top tier boxing. Anthony Joshua knew he wasn't fighting a top tier boxer. What is it? It's just taking advantage of media, of fights, of influencers. And look at Mike Tyson. Let's talk about that just for a second. Gente, look at Mike Tyson. You're telling me you still wouldn't want to see Mike Tyson swing? But here's the thing. This is what I do understand. My bad. Let me move this over here. When they go into those superstar-studded peleas, those ones where it's the veteranos like Mike Tyson against whoever. People just want to see Mike Tyson fight, whoever. They already know that behind the scenes, there's already pláticas going on of, you know what? You're not really trying to intend to knock the other guy's head clean off his shoulders. You're not trying to knock him into another because it's not Iron Mike in his prime, etc. He even said, he admitted that those were the talks behind the Roy Jones. I think it was the Roy Jones exhibition. So then that's not real. You might as well just go to the website, Content Creator Series of Fighting, and at least see a real fight. I mean, I'll put two gallos in there that at least you'll want to see get in there. let me clarify something. A lot of people have been hitting me on the DM, right? Instagram. Gracias. If you want to follow me on Instagram, ya sabes. Not anyone can just get in the ring, cabrones. Not anyone. It's got to be the fight the people want to see. That's just rule of thumb. It's not a fight. It has to be a fight for the people. The people choose what fight to put on or not. It's the people. That's the business model. That's the model of success. You know, I don't just try to say I'm the guru. Everything goes through me and I got some kind of... It's always going to be who the people want to see. If I poll it and people ain't feeling it, then they ain't feeling it. But anyways, that's how that works. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got a lot of more substantial stuff to talk about. Maybe some cheese, man. I don't know. It is Friday night. This weekend will be in SD. So we got some work. Work is taking us down the beautiful coast. Beautiful, man. Some of these venues, gente. Some of these venues off the oceans of California. Oh, man. Te digo. God is good, man. There ain't no reception over there, but at least I get to be in the moment. So, yes, Stories and Paradigm verbally agreed to. That probably deserves its own videos, but it's early. There's other matches coming up. We're going to start building the library and essentially get this thing on the road, man. Let's head out of California. Let's head to Arizona. Let's head where the raza's at. Wherever the lowrider tour goes, that's where the raza's at, man. We're going to go through SD. We're going to hit Arizona. We're going to hit Texas. We're going to hit New Mexico. We're not going to leave Denver, Colorado. Where there's raza? Absolutely not. That's perfect because the ring girl's a lowrider. So she has to go to all those shows anyways. That's right. Door TV's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Cabron, how come you don't have a wrench? Hang tight, okay? I'm gonna get you there. That's crazy. How come you don't have a wrench? Anyways, so let's keep it pushing, you guys. So yeah, that fight has been verbally agreed to, but there's more coming on the horizon, and they're different genres. I'm telling you, I'm talking to different razas. And so, what you thought we were gonna stay in a box? Ain't nobody staying inside of a box. I think I've broken out of every single caja that was ever put on top of me growing up. Stigmas, black clouds, and that he's still this and he's still... All of it, completely. If it ain't about LLCs and Gs, I don't want to talk about it. I really don't. Let's talk about something more substantial. Let's talk about Madeline Soto. Just for a second, you guys. I want to go ahead and bring this to light if it hasn't already been brought to light to you. It's funny because we just watch a couple channels in our little YouTube bubble. And there's tens of thousands of channels every single day and thousands of genres. And we're in a little bubble, right? It's really vast and expansive. Anyways, Madeline Soto. This story, when I heard about this story, this 13-year-old girl. Her name is Madeline Soto, out of Florida, 13 years old. The day after her 13th birthday party, she was found unalived. There's a mom. The mom's name is Jen Soto. And they don't know if it's a stepdad. They don't know if it's a partner. They don't know if they do know that they were living at his house. Pay attention. At his house. When they found the body of this girl the day after her 13th birthday, immediately suspects. Who's the suspects? Not the mom at first. Hours ago, breaking news. Now the mom is a suspect inside the case. El otro way, the dirtbag, the scumbag, or whatever you want to call him. El otro way, on his phone, they had found photos and videos, images, graphic for 2 years, what he had been doing to this little girl. Of course, they're highlighting all the contradictions right now. Well, why does she call him boyfriend on one video and stepdad on another video? Is he the stepdad or is he the boyfriend? Not married, but living at his house. The mom was not able to attend the birthday party. The mom was unable because of, I think it was work. Let me get this a little bit lower. Maybe over here, man. My bad. And the testimony from the boyfriend / stepdad, they're not married, is he dropped her off near at a church half a mile to the school. But guess what? They got evidence. There's cameras hanging everywhere. There's nowhere you're going to go. I don't care where you're at. There's a camera watching. If it's not ground level, it's satellite level cameras. They got evidence contrary to what you're saying. 1. 2, today the mother is now another prime suspect because the mother could have passively known or known of the abuse that this little girl had to endure for 2 years. This story right here, when I heard it, it broke my heart, man. Madeline Soto out of Florida. The day after her 13th birthday party, they find her unalive. And immediately the suspects, it's the parents. Well, they got one parent and they have the step boyfriend, step dad, whatever you want to call it. You can call them anything. Whatever floats your boat. They're not married. And the evidence that I find on his phone, he factory reset his phone. He factory reset it the day of the disappearance. And he said that was by accident. They were able to recover everything. And when they did recover everything, the graphic photos showed abuse. Did the mom know of this? Because, gente, there's a lot of different situations that could happen in life. Imagine you're the mom and then you're living with the guy and for somehow allow this to go on. For whatever it makes sense to you. Her, I mean. You're telling me in 2 years, not one time the little girl, as she's smiling in these photos, they're showing nothing but photos in the last 2 years of her smiling until they find her. They found her last week. You're telling me this little girl had to go through a fucking nightmare, put up with this, and still smile and try to live her childhood life, and in the end was found unalive? The evidence points to it's him. It's the guy they were living with for years. They were together. This is not just a shack up. For years they were together. These are real life situations that happen every day. Blended families, very common. Blended families. One could, discuss the love, the safety. I mean, these are just facets, right? Components of this whole thing. Because, again, I don't want to believe that the mom knew and was torturing la niña, pobrecita. I don't want to believe that. I mean, that's like, man. But that this guy has that on his phone absolutely slams him against the wall. That's like a wrap with this guy. But is there more to it? Just today, the mom got put as a prime suspect. Comment your thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and read some of the thoughts. Que hubo, gente? That's right. Corco Door Security. I send my boy. I send mine. Keep posted, though, cabrón. We kicked some dude off Chicano Street the other episode. Go trip out on that one. Oh, you were there. Yeah, because that idiot, I mean, hey, when you attack Raza, that's just all about LLCs and Gs and try to put the youngsters in the right direction and is not on the fence about nothing. It's all business with me. It's always been all business. The people that we've been DMing about setting up matches, it's been all business. I'm not going to give names away, but these are the people that have been beefing and are viral beefing. Viral beefing. Yeah, the other cabron, he's the kind of chavala that would do that. Hey, don't mess with that vato. I bet you. Role model. Perfect role model for the youngsters. That was crazy. So we're going to move on from the Madeline Soto story. I don't want to dwell on that. This is actually news that is just developing. The mom just became a prime suspect today. This happened on the 26th of February. The mom is a prime suspect today. The hell that little girl had to put up for that POS. The mom's role now comes into play. Now they got the mom. You know what the mom did? I was hearing from some lawyers analyzing the case, making statements. She made so many statements. But then one could argue, without an attorney, one could argue, well, if you're telling the truth and your child is really missing and you're calling the authorities, you need help. Say you live in some kind of, acres and acres of land. Of course, it's going to take you forever. But obviously local authorities can comb it and scout it a whole lot more better. Wouldn't a mom in the moment that her daughter is missing after 4 o'clock from the middle school go frantic and just I don't care and say a lot of things? It's because people walk into it and they don't know that those questions, they break everything down. They want to make sure they got all these things covered. People don't know when they're getting set up. Look at Kid Frost. Perfect example. Kid Frost the other day didn't know he got set up and Kid, or Grandpa Frost, if you want to call him Grandpa Frost. Kid Frost, he didn't even know he was getting set up. He called into a podcast, got sucked into a pinche guerra. He didn't even know that the podcaster he was calling had 2 jackets of Tito's ammo, 223s over his shoulder. He had ARs and everything, and he was in guerra, and he got sucked in that. And the other dude set him up, asked him soundbite questions, just to make sound bites, and he didn't even know he got set up. Then he turns around and calls Tony's podcast. Is it turning into Cheeseman Tube now or what? It's turning into Cheeseman Tuber, but and then he turns around and Kid Frost calls in Tony 8. Bro, you just got used and abused, but is he supposed to know that? I mean, I don't know. He's a little bit older school. He didn't know. What I mean is he's supposed to know that. I meant like the podcasting game. How the podcasters are. It's crazy. I tell you what. These podcasters, man, that's not worth it. It's not worth it to go to guerra on every video and every caption and every title. Because you really have to live in real life. My boy, stay somewhere on the under. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. That's right. Devil in the details. No seas malo, Mike. No seas malo, güey. ¿De qué, güey?
Now you home with us and defend the barrio.
That's right, J.M. Ortega. I see you, my boy. Mr. No Name.
Patos locos forever. Forever.
That's right, Cheriton. So, yeah, man, that's one crazy Venezuelan. Are we talking about Virgilio Aguilar? No, he's Guatemalan, cabrón. Or did you hear about that? Or let's touch on that real quick. So, Virgilio Aguilar, they ended up dropping the charges. I did 2 videos on this gentleman. I did 2 videos. The comments are too big. I did 2 videos on this gentleman. One was in the holidays, but it was already 3-4 months old then. And then it started trending again because, shit just trends. It gets back trending. Like January, was it late January or something like that, right? Or early February. So I said there's not probable cause. There's not probable cause. And they can't detain you. That means put the handcuffs on you. There's not probable cause. So I said to the raza, the gente, man, you got to be able to survive the encounter, man. This ain't about Rambo. So I don't know what came over the dude. But the dude, like with everything inside of him, did not want to get cuffed up or get in that car. Like as if as if he saw 4 to 6 of them all pull out either pistolas or cuchillos. I don't know what spooked him, but he was running away spooked. So, of course, he's not like a seasoned California guy, right? When the jig is up, the jig is up. We're already hearing. We already knew it. Anyways, so he ends up getting the charges dropped. Okay, that's great. But there's always the but. When you're not born in this country, what happens? INS. INS hold. So now an INS hold. Now, is it right that he shouldn't have even got, the probable cause was removed now. But is it right that they still detain him on INS? Drop a comment. Drop a comment. I'm not talking about should the law be the law. There should be law. Ni modo we're going pre-Constitution barbaric days where there's no law and order and only the strong survive. Because guess what? If your family's weak, they won't survive. That's not fair. That's not equality. But should they, since there was no probable cause, and the probable cause in the case of Virgilio Aguilar Mendez, since that was removed, should it automatically just defaulted and rid itself off and said no harm, no foul, and they let him out the back door? At least to continue his strive and his hustle? Or no? Or no? Or if Nino America was here, Nino America would be like, I ain't seen Nino America. You know what's funny about Nino America, man? That one time he had me rolling and laughing. Now, shout out to Nino America. He said, we're talking about Aztec. I was talking about Aztecs and culture, and I was asking him, hey, eres Chicano, okay? And all that stuff, right? We're getting into it, Nino America. And then we're talking about, when I mentioned Aztecs, yeah, I'm going to have some Aztec dancers, and they're going to wear these eagle and jaguar outfits and all this stuff. He said, Mikey, this almost made me just spit out the pisto. He goes, Mikey, they'll sacrifice me and you. Risky business is in the casa. Did you follow the Uvalde, Texas elementary shooting? Oh, man. Bro, let me ask you your opinion on this then. People say everything is racist now, right? All of a sudden, New York wants to call the National Guard to the subway system because of all the high crimes. Not just robberies, burglaries, ours are happening in that subway system. And when if you look at anyone with a badge on his shoulder as racist, no, you don't want that, you just don't want that presence. And so that's been the reason. Take them out. Have a city be Salinas is 50% staffed right now with PD. 50% staffed. That means less people are getting responded to. We had Steve McShane at the city council meeting just the other day. Talk about it. Because he was talking about to the other dude, Sandoval. In Salinas, they're city council. These are city councilmen. It's not this level council. It goes to this level council. Goes to if there's like 5 levels of council under the city council, they're just using you. They don't give a shit. They're gonna waste your time, hear out your opinion to make you feel like you're important, but they don't care because you're not the mero mero. You're not sitting at the mesa. The city council. Steve McShane, one city councilman to the other city councilman. Steve McShane was telling the other dude, "You want to defund the police." You? Okay, I get it. And trust me, I get it, okay? Live on Chicano Street. ¿Cómo nos creímos aquí? Okay. So olvida eso. Que no entiendo nothing. That's members only, okay? Anyways, he's telling him, you want to defund them? So it's the same thing in New York in the subway. Oh, now you want to bring them in? I don't know. Estos ways, man. Alex Enamorado, it just reminded me about that. Remember, he just put out a message. This, if you didn't know the story, this is for the Justice 8 story. So I guess let's give an update. Let's give an update on the Justice 8. Of course, we always got to stay on trending, but I really feel this dude's plight. I honestly feel his plight. Come on now. You already know. So I feel his plight, and his back is up against the wall. They're talking double digits. 16, they're going to maybe settle at 10. And if they get him in the state integrates with INS. That's already been established already. So for sure, he would have to leave the country. Now, some of you are going to say, ya pa qué? Fucking, if Biden gets back in, 4 more years of open borders. And instead of, this was a crazy number. I wanted to know the Raza's opinion on this, because if we're just letting anyone in the country, from any country, they're pulling up on boats. Gente, they ain't walking across that pinchy border no more. They're finding out. They're loading up like Noah's Ark. And they're saying, yeah, go. So don't think it's a knock on the Raza, but I'm just saying 17 million is a record in any presidency. They don't want to talk about that stat. Pobre paisita, did him gacho. Yeah. Pues es paisa. I mean, if you're Guatemala. Well, pero yeah, they did him gacho, man. So again, but what was it that, gente, you got to survive the pinche encounter, okay? And then once you do that, you can get a lawyer, and then we'll figure out what the details were. Y cállate la boca. Then we'll figure out what the details were when counsel arrives. They did him gacho. So should you just let him out then? Just let him out? O sea, because they would have never pulled him over if they just didn't see a dude who maybe they profiled. Maybe they profiled. That's right, Chapo's in the casa. That's right, Brenda Love, mi amiga. Brenda La Chicana is in the building. Miss Chicano Tube is also in the building. Appreciate you, amiga. I appreciate you. Alex Enamorado said, hey, contact Kim K. Okay, his back's against the wall. That's what I was meaning to say. I'm sorry. His back's against the wall because you're going for celebrities. But this president here, 46, he won't put that much effort into it. Maybe they'll do it as a publicity stunt, but I'll tell you, 45. Why did all these celebrities feel the confidence to go up to 45's office? Maybe they knew they're talking with the güero who's just no bullshitter, all business. His whole life he's been surrounded by lawyers. His whole life he's been surrounded by accountants. Kim K visited multiple times Uncle Trump. Multiple times. She got multiple people out, Kim K. They don't have that confidence right now. Just like Sugar Shane O'Malley. He called him at the UFC press conference. He goes, he said, he was clowning on someone. He said, your nose is as Crooked Joe. And gente, I'm not saying, I don't want the dude to get a break, or I don't know. I'm not Johnny Law. So who am I to say? I'm just here passing the facts down because, again, you could go for who you got to go for. This just ain't a brown skin thing that it's always what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Let's bring that back. How about that? A lot of shit is backward nowadays. How about let's bring back decency and class and respect first off and go from there. But anyways, he's calling on Kim K. He's just trying to get the word out, man. The right person, this is crazy, the world we live in. Okay, the law is the law, justice is justice, but Kim K has influence on the justice. That's right, El Chapo. I appreciate you, my boy Sam Ayala. That's right. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. And matter of fact, speaking of 45, let me just also mention this. He's calling for ahead of time before we get to November because he secured the ballot. On the red side. The red side is set. 45 is running again. Ya sabe mi opinión en la última, lo robaron. 45, he's calling for true and legitimate debates. Anytime, he said anywhere. Why? Because after 46 announced he's going to have micro rallies. Yeah, he's going to have micro rallies. So, again, they're doing it right in front of our pinchy faces, man. I don't know how I'm going to tell you. I do know this, that the raza has more backbone right now than they've ever had. Right now, it ain't time to follow the sheep and be the cool kid, be the standout, be the critical thinker, be the one to question shit. Question it twice, question it 3 times. Don't move on from the topic until you got it fully broke down, until you're understanding on every level that you could understand it. Because I'm telling you, what they're doing in front of our eyes, I don't know how much more people are going to want to just turn a blind eye to it. Keep it moving. That's right. Devil's in the details. Rights are rights. If you're not living in China or Russia or Iran or Cuba, cabrón. In Cuba, yo conozco cubanos, bro, ni pueden comer res. There's certain products they can't even eat, only because they export it. You have to work for the government? That's crazy. O sea, your career is already set. You had no aspiration, no dream, no nothing. No Selena dreaming of you. Rest in peace. What did you guys think? Should we talk about that one more time? The Yolanda one? I thought it was. I told my wife I thought it was 6 episodes. She said no, it's only 2. I said, damn, I thought it was 6. I thought it said 6. Yeah, it was just the Yolanda cheerleading documentary. If you want to see it, go ahead and see it. It's totally up to you. I saw it, and they're just cheerleading for her, but tiene la cara de mentirosa. I mean, straight mentirosa. You know, it don't matter what she tried to say, what was coming out of her mouth. She extended the arm and pulled the trigger on Selena and yelled and called her the B word loud and clear to where the maids even heard it. There's nothing wrong with being a nationalist. That's why I like to be a nationalist, cabrón. You know, we don't even look at the titles. Those are all labels on the can. It don't matter. Put whatever label you want on the can. If that's your thing, do your thing. If it's a color, red, blue, do your thing. We got to start sensing who the hell's for the people. I'm just saying, let's use the spider sense. They want the razas vote. Absolutely, they want it. Well, we already gave, we did our job. No matter who didn't push it like me, I don't give a rats. I don't give a shit anymore. So that's why people tap in right here, because you're going to get it straight from the corazon. And I've said it time and time again, the hood don't give a shit neither. Anyone's opinion, much less the internet and what happens on the internet. So we got backbone now, and we did our job in California. He secured the ballot. So again, I'm not hanging off a cliff on a politician, because in 4 years, another one can come do it and unravel it. So that's just not how I choose to live my life. I choose to live my life in the pinche moment. Okay? Dios, have him, familia, you know, and express our cultura over to our kids so they don't come home one day and have their hair painted like a unicorn. The devil's in the details, bro. There's too much trauma with dealing with police, and when you're dark skinned, you get a shitty hand. Cop had no article, suspicion, or crime reported, had no need of search. Yeah, I know way. I've talked about it, bro. I've been on the other side of the nightsticks way. Una vez que me metieron, I was only like 16 en el lado adulto. And then 3 of them me agarraron. And then the one que me conoció, what are you doing over here, Diaz? And guess what they had to do? Just let me out the back door. They didn't have cameras like that back in those years, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah, someone could be bitter. My father did not like the police. Multiple times went away. My own dad, so didn't like the police. I guess that's probably what, you know, I got it from, right? I think that the boys look at the dad and the girls look at the mom. That's the closest example. That's the first mentor in their lives, the mom and the dad. So I just try to teach my kids. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to teach them cultura. I'm going to teach them that confidence we have, that pride that we have. There's good pride. It's not all bad pride. Too much dealing with the police. Yeah, but I know. They used to come, you know, before, okay, this is the evolution of the car, right? First it was the 70s boat with the fin, and then it turned into the Delta Box 88s, and then it turned into the Crown Victorias, right? Where there were the ones that were kind of this way, or the wider ones. No, they weren't the wide ones. They were this ones. So all the Crowns, and then it turned to Dodge Chargers. The youngsters now, hey, shit, don't even think about trying to get away. How you going to outrun a Charger? So yeah, I know what it means, but what can you do? Wait, I mean, we're not gonna be the type of gente. I'm not gonna be the type of people right here that just says, you know what, because of this, I became this. That ain't the thing. We ain't nobody's fucking victim. Now, yes, I understand this. Okay, the environment we grew up in, it didn't deal us the best cards. No, it didn't. We could say we started with a bad hand. We could say that. We started with the bad hand. But the beginning doesn't have to dictate the end. So yeah, there's a lot of trauma, and well, now more than ever, you can find a therapist on your phone. There's therapy.com. You could reach out to someone. No one's alone now. That's a good thing, right? When you need resources, just like the 5'5" general used to say, Crip Mac. Remember, he used to say, "Do not sue a," you know the word. And why did he keep saying that? Even though I know something's off in the dude's head. I know like que le faltan unas tuercas, this dude, Crip Mac, right? I know something. Come on, you can't tell me something's not. Algo no le falta. But for him to constantly give that message, you never know. You might be looking at the outside appearance. God could be using that man to push that message. And as long as he keeps pushing that message, he's going to be succeeding and stopping youngsters from thinking of that. Never looked at it like that, huh? You just looked at him like, oh, he's a clown, or he's a... I mean, the internet it's amusing. It really is here for entertainment. This whole thing right here, the internet's just here for entertainment. At the end of the day, I want to talk about something that Lucky from Hoodstock said, though. He dropped the meme the other day, and it came back on my feed, and I said, oh, yeah, I want to mention this one because it ruffles some feathers, and look, we already know that Hoodstock is undergone some changes, right? A little bit of drama happened over there on Hoodstocks. What do you mean drama? Go back and look at the videos if they're still up. I'm just saying, there was a full crew of 4 or 5. Now he's like a one-man band and engineer. You seen it, right? And the next thing you know on IG, Lucky posted on his IG, hey, we got to get the crew back together and do it like we've been doing it with the Woo. Why? Because he's acknowledging something happened. A lo mejor se pasó de copas y dijo algo, or a text message, or because he was talking about text messages. However, and they felt a certain way, you're minus 2 players now. Anyways, this is what he said. And I still tap in. Every once in a while. Not every episode, every single, no. I watch more other videos. Lucky from Hoodstock, he dropped the meme. It said, attention Chicano rappers. Here we go. We don't hold nothing back here. The most controversial, whatever it is, we're going to speak straight from the corazon. Why? Because we're live on Chicano Street. So this is our topic. Okay? Mexicano-Americanos, Chicanos. Here we go. It said, attention Chicano rappers. The reason, oh man, this is what the meme said. No se agüiten conmigo, cabrones. Real quick before I finish that, attention Chicano rappers. What Chicano rap is, if you didn't know, is bald head and loc rap. Just kidding. No se agüiten, man. It's the internet. Bald head and loc rap. So just to get that, so it's not a huge genre of music. It's actually a box, man. It's a box of music that always is always going to be booked at the car shows. Always going to be booked at the lowrider, street lows. It's going to have those venues, but not many have transcended over into mainstream like Baby Bash, like Lighter Shade of Brown, that N2 Deep Track, that was top 100 también. So there's people that have made bank, made feria, and continue to. But then there's just the ones that just stays in a box. And I don't think a lot of people even want to mess with it because they're like, damn, how am I going to throw a concert with these cabrones? They're bringing in guns and cohetes and they're... Or what else happened? Like the biggest trending news that happened in 2023 in the Chicano genre on YouTube was Jenny 6ix9ine getting packed out at a video shoot, and then after she gets the ass whooping, she finishes the video with class and was terrified and said she had the most anxiety in her life. I don't blame her. She said she looked up and saw two 300-pounders stepping on her. Those are her words. There was a live. I don't know if it's still up. She has no reason to hide that live. And the haters gonna hate no matter what. Everyone got haters. You don't got haters, you might not be going hard enough. A lot of people aren't just Mr. Nice, Mrs. Nice. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish, doesn't accomplish it. Usually there's standards or sternness or something you got to do. That's right, Artie Martin's in the casa. That's right, tapping in for the homie. That's right, my boy Santa Cruz with the family. That's right, Artie Martin. That's what I'm telling you. That's gangster. That's gangster. With the familia spending time in Santa Cruz, gorgeous, out there by Half Moon Bay, hanging off the ocean. I'll be off the ocean this weekend también, cabrón. I'll be off the ocean. It's business. It's not pleasure. It's business. I got a wedding. But I'll be going down the coast, man. So God is good. I trust me, I take my seconds and I look at the panorama and I'm like, phew. God is good, man. Being able to rub elbows. Why do you think I was doing all these pinchy cover-ups right here? I'm the only one that has to be on the boat next to all the amigos, and all of them have shirts off, peeled off, and la mujeres, whatever, in the sun with bathing suits, and tengo que ser el pendejo with the long sleeve the whole time. No. We're going to do it like Machine Gun Kelly. Dennis Rodman, he said, Dennis Rodman. MJ, the GOAT. My second favorite basketball player of all time, no bullshit, Shawn Kemp, the Rain Man from Seattle, Supersonics. Forget about it. He says, Demon Crats. Yeah, well, speak your voice, man. And hopefully everyone voted. Whoever didn't, it is what it is. You put the ballot on the side of the microwave and no hiciste nada. But hopefully you voted, because los que no votan no pueden quejarse for what shit that's going on. California has always been one of those front light states. It leads the economy. It sets trends all over the nation. Everyone should fight for their own state, but I'm not an advocate, though. I got to keep it real. I've been to a few city council meetings, spoke at that podium a few times when the issue's been pressing enough. When it's been pressing enough. Like when they wanted to remove the school resource officers. Remove them. The middle school that I went to and the middle school that all my kids went to ran the most fades out of all the middle schools. Like 2 a week. Large group of kids. Salinas is rough, man. I'm telling you, Salinas is just rough. But imagine the kids are trying to focus on their education at the same time. They're just wild, rambunctious kids. I remember I walked into the office one time and I heard this kid mouthing off at the secretary. He told the secretary like this little 13-year-old kid. He told the secretary at the middle school. He goes, you don't have to do all that. And you know goddamn well that he heard it from Pops or the tío or the hermano. Someone in his house gave him that attitude, and I said, damn, this is buck wild now. That's right. Don't forget your white caddy. Then I had 2 collectors come from Hayward, pick up Donna. I got the trunk is a Texas trunk. The sign in the DJ booth is Donna's trunk, LED sign. I used to go in the parking lots and pop Donna, Texas style. Bzzz. The wifey knows every car I got has always been juiced up. I got an amp on every speaker. I don't even give a shit. The 2 front door speaker, 4x4s, they each got an amp. Amps everywhere. That's always been one of my favorite things. It's just systems. And now I feel older now, cabrón, because I drive my car and I don't even play music. If I don't listen to sports talk radio, I think when I drive now. First off, I'm thanking God that I'm alive, I'm awake, I'm enjoying this moment, and I'm in my right mind. And second of all, I just like to think. It's crazy. From someone, a DJ who has un chingo de music and does music, I guess that could be one of the reasons. Or someone that has cars that have 15, 20 grand systems. All Fosgate, Solo Barrick, the L7s. Remember when the L7s came out at the pinche, what is it called? SEMA? No, not SEMA. Ordered them right away. $1,000 no box speakers. 2 of them. I put up a 10-second short for Donna. So anyways, I had to expand La Oficina, so it's always investing, cabrón. It's always investing. And we'll get another one, but I'm not going to build it no more. I don't have the time. I really don't. I don't have the time. I'm going to buy a bot. I'm actually thinking of another Regal, gente. I'm thinking of getting another Regal. Again, this is a toy car, man. A toy car. All right, that's right. Special effect, my dog. A heart attack. Gilbo, man. What's going on? Now, you take care of the perro, cabrón. Take care of the perro. Or cabrona. Artie Martin says, they ain't even Mexican, ese.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Yeah, I want to touch on that one more time. Yeah, Frost got completely set up. He didn't know he was calling into a podcaster that was in the middle of a guerra and just sucked him in, lured him in, and then he ended up getting bamboozled and calling in on another podcast and didn't even know he got completely set up on the internet. Wasn't up on the podcasting game. Definitely didn't know beefs or guerras or what was going on in what I call Chisme Tube. And just got played, but he should have saw that coming, and I'm wondering now if he's seeing that on video and was like, damn, why did I even call in all emotional and all up in my feelings and made a fool out of myself when I should have been the one setting the example. But it is what it is. That's what happens when you do it on the internet. It's there forever now. So whatever happens behind the scene, if they call each other, that's the man thing to do. It's just, hey, phone call. And if there's something to talk about, we can meet in person. But at least the phone call. At least the phone call. Why people would rather run to IG or run to make a video instead of picking up the phone and reaching out. I don't know why. Now, when some people do it on the internet, that's kind of funny too. Because it's like, okay, we got to do it in public. Like, that's kind of funny too. And I'm not suggesting no one call. Hey, call. The phone number's open. If you got a different opinion, give me a call. That's why I got the number right there. I'm just saying, that shit's being recorded. So some people on purpose are like, let me put this out there. Why? Likes and views. Man, we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. How did the time just fly? Rain Man, he was a cold piece. Is that right? Nah, pinchy bird. Serio pedo is what happened, bro. My mom ended up getting a Sean Kemp jersey at a garage sale, bro. Just somewhere in the Alisal, bro. Somewhere in East Salinas. East Salinas is like little Mexico, bro. It's just all. Ask Cholo Trucker. He came for the fight. He never seen so many murals. Cholo Trucker thought East LA had murals, and then he came to East Salinas. But anyways, yeah. I forgot what the hell I was talking about. I read a comment. I'll go back and read. Oh, yeah, the Rain Man. Yeah, so she bought it at a garage sale, and I ended up having it. Boom, the 40 Kemp was clean, man. So I wore it, and that was my shit right there. I didn't have too many, bro. We grew up poor, bro. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up in welfare lines, getting drugged through welfare lines. That was my whole upbringing. I grew up living roach-infested apartments. Knocking the roaches off you all night. In the ghetto. Mom's last address before I moved her in with me was 536. She was on the 500. And then I moved her in with me for like 7 years. And then I ended up just, se movió conmigo. Donde yo iba, ella iba. Bird, L7s are they? Is that right? Now, there's 2 generation L7s, way. There's 2. Is there? Right? There's 2. There's an original, and there's the new generation. At least are the black and gray, and were released in when? 09? 15? No, I'm sorry. 09, a la chingada. 17 or 18? Look it up. Huh? Not in the 20s. It was right before the 20s. But anyways, knock. Now I feel older way. I don't even turn on the radio now. It is what it is, man. Devil, you slapping. Yeah, that's right. He's slapping. 152 dBs. That's right, man. Go low. You know, I like those videos that they have the trunk wars. And they put the T-shirts on the trunks. And the trunks are just, that's Texas. That's why I did my California trunk. From someone in Texas. The cold part about it was, this is crazy. Rest in peace, Kino. He did my trunk from Texas, Chicano, and he passed away. He OD'd on Fent. I couldn't believe it. I was DJing a wedding, and shout out to Baby Teen, and one of his cousins told me, Kino. I said, yeah, Kino. He spent like 2 weeks on the trunk, and then he goes back and forth to Texas. He goes, you didn't hear? I said, hear what? He said, se pasó de pastillas. I said, what? He upholstered, he built the whole box, which is, I mean, you couldn't even put a jacket in the trunk. It was just the box filled the trunk. Then lo tapizó with vinyl. He had to move the airbag pumps. He picked up my airbag pumps and he moved them back. And then he put red LEDs. Yeah, it was red. Red LEDs, the paper all on the edges. And damn, that shit with the amps had its own amp rack, like a wall. Boom, that filled the back. Just the wall, that's where the amps were. Then the airbag pumps and knocking. Yeah, I got my money's worth. But like I said, we could always build another one. They're just toys. I don't know if I have the time, man. I feel like God's just repurposing me to do some good. And that's what we're going to keep doing. And to keep pushing the Peleas content creator series of fighting. I got fight announcements coming up real soon. Different fights, definitely interesting as hell. And 100% what the people want to see. And all these other podcasters that are just selling tickets for likes and views and comments. There's 2 teams on YouTube. There's only 2 teams on YouTube. One is Team All Talk, and the other one is Team Pull Up. And Team Pull Up, most of them are old school. Most of them don't understand why it even has to be on the internet. But we will run it. And no better place to run it. I'll give you the dates. You know, we'll bring them out. Let's bring them out first class. Fly them first class. That way they can have all the arm room. Bring their crew. Maybe like a maximum of 4, huh? A maximum. Bring your crew. Maximum of 4 on me. I'll put you up in a nice suite, a nice hotel, right there off the water, just so you could pull up. Guess what they're gonna do? Team All Talk. Guess what Team All Talk's gonna do? Well, he's well, I don't. That's what Team All Talk is going to do. Because Team Pull Up is just like, when's the date? That's right, Bird. Q Series. I got, okay. Yeah, I want to say they came out like in 15 or 17, 2015, because there was a first gen and the second gen, and man, they got some lows, cabron. The only time the mirrors would stop shaking is when the song skipped. That's the only time all the mirrors stop shaking. I can't see the rear view mirror. You can't use them. All 3 mirrors were done. And then back then, we used to slap a lot of, not just West Coast. We used to slap a lot of Project Pat. We used to slap a lot of 3-6. We used to slap, hard-hitting tracks. So, anyways, that's right. Tyrone to the Bone is in the Casa Cubula. Tyrone to the Bone. We're right here live. We're on Chicano Street. Caile Cabron, you already know what it is, man. We've been talking a little bit about everything. Chito Ranas just got out, too. He hit on No Jumper. I looked at Chito Ranas. I'm like, Cabron. I ain't trying to smut or talk shit. I'm like, you didn't do one damn burpee while you were in there? Hey, I'm just saying, Chito Ranas, he was living good behind the walls, huh? He was hitting every single draw. Every single draw, he hit fish. He had someone pulling first, second, and third. he was getting multiple packages under different people's names. Or, I mean, he didn't look like he did one push-up. I'm just saying, cabrón, sometimes, just, te quieres preparar, Or that's also an old mentality. I'm just saying it is. Yeah, it's an old mentality, but te quieres haz algo con tu tiempo. Instead, it just looks like he didn't skip a meal. And matter of fact, ate extra. Devil's in the details. There's 3 gens. It was 2006 silver ones. Okay, I had those. That's why. They weren't just silver. They were like beige, no? Like silver and beige. I had the first gen way. And then I got the new ones, but there was like a 6-7 year gap. And then they came out at the show. Rhino, rest in peace. He was the president of Salinas Car Club. He would always go to SEMA in Vegas. And he's the one that told me, hey, he knew the caddy still had the old ones. He goes, hey, they came out with the new series L7s? I said, no fucking way. How much? Way? Yeah, we're like, not that expensive. We're like $500. I actually think they were like $500 plus taxes. And I was like, that's it? Absolutely. Throw them in the trunk for me. He would just bring them in his car. What was crazy with Rhino, man, is he sent me the deposit for his daughter's wedding in Vegas, man. And I didn't even know that he has stage 3 cancer. And then I remember I was at the gym, the boxing gym, working out. I seen the phone and I picked it up. Hey, cabrón. He had the house right next to Los Padres Elementary School. That very next house. Right there. And then he moved to Vegas, man. Give his family better quality of life. And he did the same thing over there. Took over the airbag market, the chop tops, the exhausts. Of course, fixing mechanic cars, that ain't nothing. That's one level. He's chopping, making mercury bombs, but most of them had big muscle trucks. They had the trucks that tucked in. The wheel tucked in. You know what I mean when I say the wheel tucked in, right? They tucked them all, and all of them had the same stickers. I think it was called Solo Mobbin'. So they started in Salinas as he was the president of Salinas Car Club, but then they also started another clique called car club called Solo Mobbin'.
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
That's right, GMZ's the Casa. ¿Qué pasa, raza? We're back. We're live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, kicking it the way we do. It's Friday, cabrón. I'm going to be taking off to the beach, to the ocean. Tengo una boda este fin de semana, so it's more business, right? Because, of course, it's business, and then if I have to be away from my loving family, pues, they're going to have to pay me. So I'm going down the coast, but I don't take it for granted because it's going to be beautiful, pinchy weather, man. Beautiful weather. And we're just matter of fact, I was just talking with someone today. I said, hey, if United States never would have took over what was Mexico's territory, that means all California, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona was still Mexico. The playas de Rosarito, one of my favorite destinations for me and the wife date night, is taking her to the playas de Rosarito. Bro, I think all of California would have looked like the playas de Rosarito. I mean, it would have been gorgeous. You're talking about these restaurants in castles right off the ocean that have mariachis and vendors, and it's Mexico. So the colors are absolutely como México no hay dos. That's right. Big Box versus Tony. So I will say this. It's not the official announcement, but verbal agreements are already in place. Obviously, we've seen Paradigm do a video already, and he's very direct when he talks. This is an interesting fight. People want to see it. I want to see what the odds are. The odds on the first inaugural one, what was it? I think it was Tony 125. So it was only like a 2-1. This one might be a 325. I think so. The name, reputation. But again, boxing, in a boxing ring, right? I don't ever want to compare them to boxers. I don't. This is a real fight. That's the thing. If you ain't got nothing else entertainment to watch this weekend, now that Anthony Joshua completely starched, completely smoked Francis Ngannou just a couple seconds ago. If you ain't got nothing else to watch, then hit the website, the CCSOF website, and go and trip out on the pelea. You want to see someone throw bombs at each other? Have you seen some of the images I put in the en la página? Now, of course, the members only have the exclusive images. Cálmanse, cabrones. The members only es lo que tiene eso, cabrones. Because tú ya sabes, man. Estos güeyes, what they'll do is they'll grab a screenshot of alguien agarrando un chingazo hard and saliva flying out his mouth or blood flying out his mouth. And what are the haters going to do with that? They're going to make a thumbnail. They're going to make a meme out of it. So anyways, keep that pushing, man. Mystic Mac, that's right, Mystic Mac. I appreciate you, cabron. Keep tapping in right here on Chicano Street. You know how we do, cabron. Lost their mind with the price. I had W6s, 3 newer series, lost on power sound. Yeah, man. It's sometimes the combination is not the right combination way. It's not. It's better not to build the system. It's better to fucking get that system that's completely compatible. And it's a lot of money, way. It's a lot of money. Como vendiendo una casa, güey. You know, so it's a lot of money. The first thing I ever did on any car is I'm not backward when I built my cars, the ones that I have built. The first thing I ever did was get a 2-way Viper alarm. That was like a rack. No, it was like $7.99. Like $7.99 plus tax. I got a 2-way Viper because at a certain point, unless I had good insurance, State Farm would give you receipt for receipt value. But at a certain point, I just wanted it to be there every single morning. So those have the kill switches that won't turn the motor. They have external batteries hooked up to external speakers that ain't ran to the what the thieves always do is with the engine and the batteries and under the steering wheel. It ain't ran over there. It got an external power source. Bro, I built all my rides right. You know, Donna she was the last one. The wifey we were talking about the other day, she was like, didn't you have a Buick? The convertible. She barely remembers it, the wifey. I got it in San Juan on the west side, drove by it. I seen a garage door open. I told Watson Jimmy, I said, stop. I was with Watson Jimmy. He was from Clifford. Hey, stop. We reversed that. And you know, it wasn't no thing. It was no thing. We thought we'd just do our thing. And he reversed it because I said, I saw something. And he knows we buy rides. There's plenty of rides that I regret I never bought for like $1,000, $1,500. I regret. There's a couple of them. So I went up here. Y la señora tells me I bought it for my son. This was his graduation gift when he turned 18. And he never liked it. Convertible baby blue Buick Regal 81, my year, 81, baby blue leather, black convertible top. The registration said convertible, and the convertible button was on the dashboard. Original, I looked it up, only a few hundred ever built. Less than like 400 miles. They used it a couple months, maybe. He left it. I said, man, what are you going to do with this? Guess what she said? I'm thinking of donating it. Ma'am, what do you want for this? I ended up getting that one. But anyways, the wife brought that up the other day. She goes, didn't you have a Regal? It didn't have a top. You know. So, yeah, I got rid of that because even like the Caddy, you know what I mean? Tenía una de una 380 slug on the bumper. The fucking Caddy had a 380 slug on the bumper. But anyways, that's members only. GMZ, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you. That's right, Mystic Mac. That's right. He slept that boy and folded him like a wet napkin. Yeah, so Ngannou right now, he got a big check. Huge check. But he got his jaw broken. Francis Ngannou is going to be eating tomato soup for like 3 weeks. Maybe 3 months. What am I talking about? Anthony Joshua, they broke him up. As soon as he came back in, it was a straight laser right de coraje. De coraje. All right, you guys, we're coming up on 8 o'clock, man. We had some good conversations tonight. Again, with that story with Madeline Soto, it hurts my heart. There's no way a 13-year-old girl, the day after her 13th birthday party, was supposed to get dropped off at school. The mom didn't attend the birthday party. They lived with the dude. The mom multiple times changed his name from a boyfriend to a fiance to a stepdad. And just today, from February 26th, today is March 8th now, or ¿qué fecha es? She's been found a prime suspect. The sexual abuse they found on his phone, now they're wondering if the mom knew about it. That breaks my absolute heart. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Ryan Garcia, I don't even know if I got a chance to mention him. Ryan Garcia, he's been coming up in the media lately. Let me ask the people this. What do you think? Are they using Ryan Garcia now? Is it a smear campaign all over his name because he told some truths? Well, don't forget the timeline on Ryan Garcia's tweets, IG stories. There's been some instability now for several weeks. Several. One thing I don't believe is that this is a ploy to promote the fight. They're huge names. They don't need that. But is Ryan Garcia's mental health in question? Or is it a smear campaign now? Because just like Kanye West, most people have their opinion on Kanye West, just what was on TV and what was on the radio. Is that where we're supposed to get our opinions from? Or are we supposed to critically think and do some research? We talked a little bit about Ryan Garcia. We also talked about Alex Enamorado trying to get Kim Kardashian, at least someone to tag someone of someone so Kim Kardashian can get involved. Unfortunately, right now it's looking like a minimum of 10 years, and the state is integrated with INS, and definitely he would have to get deported and go through immigration on his way out of the country. Is that a fair deal, or is that not a fair deal? I want to know what the people think. Because there is a huge majority that say, hey, Alex Enamorado, free the Justice 8. You ain't raza if you don't support this causa. And I'm here to say, well, aren't we supposed to hear every side of the story and not assume something? But what the hell was it that happened? See if something just is being done or something unjust is being done, but talk about it both ways regardless. And, of course, Kid Frost that didn't know he got duped by calling into a podcast and got sucked in a game, a guerra. And then all of a sudden he got wrung out to dry. And in his feelings, went to go ahead and make a phone call. And now probably looks back at the videos and was like, man, why did I even say that on the internet? I look new estilo, not old estilo. We also talked about Lucky from Hoodstocks, that meme that he dropped about Chicano rappers. People get mad when they say you're attacking the raza, you're going after the raza. Lucky from Hoodstocks just gets it off his chest. And he goes, the same reason they don't like listen to your music, blacks don't listen to your music, is the same reason you don't listen to Asian rap. What do the people think about that? Does that stir up a bubble? This is Lucky from Hoodstocks, who you know has been known to get it off his chest and never hold anything on his chest. He dropped a meme and said, attention Chicano rappers. The reason blacks don't listen to your music is the same reason you don't listen to Asian rap or hip hop. Is that true or not? I want to see what the people have to say. What I do appreciate is someone that speaks his mind. A lot of people are scared out of their mind to say what's on their chest. He's not. I'm not. That's right. I appreciate it. You know what? It's 8 o'clock, you guys. Let's read the last comments of the night, man, and go through this thing. Mystic Mac, I got the Terminator in round one. So I'm going to tap in with the graphic designer. You know we're going to have to put on that metal face on the poster. It's going to be good. Right now, it's it's different roads, different paths. See, we got, okay, let's talk about stories. The heavyweight champ. What does Stories want to do? Written by a current prisoner. What does he want to do? He wants to stay active. He wants to run another fade. He doesn't want to wait. He wants to let his hands go. Now, plenty of people are raising their hand. and saying, let me run it with stories. So the pool is there to pick from, but it has to make sense. The people have to want to see it. There has to be a storyline. I can't just match up people just for the sake of matching up people. That's bad business. That's not good business. That's bad business. So his road is different. Stories wants to defend. He wants to stay active. And he knows he has the fight of his life. At the end of this year, he has the fight of his life. That one is for sure. Don't blink. That one is get ready. I think someone's teeth is getting knocked out. It reminded me of one of the inner demons. Remember? One of the inner demons that said he went into the San Francisco County tank. And the biggest bully, he said he gave him chiclet teeth. No, those are my words, but he said he knocked out his fronts with a couple thumpers. It's going to be good. It's going to be. Regardless, man, I appreciate God for the vision. I appreciate his hand. Even in the photography, that was my wife. The vision was given to me, but I passed that over to my wife. It's when you have God over you and anointed you, you have an advantage, just to keep it real, than anybody else in the world, because it's God that's doing it, not you. All you're supposed to do is be humble, is give knowledge, gain people up, help people, but really change their lives. It's not all material and give someone a car and feria and money, but help them. You give someone something, they're good for the moment. You teach them that trait, they're good for life. Give them that advice, they're good for life, etc., right? I don't even know how I got into that, man. But anyways, that's how I roll. It's 8 o'clock, man. Let's read the last comments. Cultura Cafe just stepped in the casa. Says, Ora. That's right, my boy. I'm out here just tomando agua, way. I really toned it down a lot, way. Man, I probably dos veces nomás este año tomé. Dos veces. And then before that was my mother-in-law's birthday. Un reventón que era. That looked like little Mexico. The wifey did 2 trips to Mexico for the decorations. Not 1, 2. I'm just right here. I'm chilling, man. So, you guys, we're done. It's Friday. I got to head on the coast. I got work this weekend. It's a wedding. Congratulations to the bride and the groom. Maybe I'll be on the internet, but very short. Or maybe just stories of the drink or los manteles or something, right? Or I don't know, but be on the lookout for the stories. If you ain't got nothing else to watch this weekend, because Anthony Joshua just sent Ngannou to the Shadow Realms hours ago, then trip out on that fight. Nothing but corazon from thousands of people. Not one gripe, not one concern, not one that wasn't shit. Not one. So that speaks for itself. Plus, my name is behind it. As a matter of fact, the comments and the feedback that we've been getting is that we outdid ourselves. We outdid ourselves. So, gracias. I really appreciate that. My name's behind it. The best are going to be in it. The best are going to be in the brass and the team. You seen that picture? That's the team right there. You got Ed Marin, Cholo Trucker. Of course, you got me. Of course, there's always needs to be the woman, the beautiful, smoking, sexy, sophisticated, intelligent, hot by my side. And then, of course, Isaac Castillo, veteran referee. Maddie's going to be the staple. I forgot the people that were commenting about Maddie this and Maddie that. Well, then buy the pay-per-view just for Maddie Cabrones. And the link will be on the page. You already know what it is. You guys, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to tap back in with the Familia. Gracias. You guys, I appreciate it. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Catch the replay if you're listening podcast style. Gracias. Shout out to you, blue-collar workers, white-collar workers. You already know what it is here. Aquí vamos a siempre hablar. Dios, familia, cultura, the voice for the people. We're going to bring it up. This year is an election year, more important than ever. California got the job done. I think we got the right person at least. And some people are like, fuck. Well, shit. You at least vote for the lesser of the two evils. I mean, cabrón, what are you going to do in a country that's a two-party state? Just get out there. But if you didn't vote, shh, calladita te miras más bonita. That's right, Bird. Anyway, I can chunk them to put on a show. These amateurs go get hit. Exactly. Bro, I didn't want to put on. I could have lined the card up with amateur fights. Bro, when I announce fights at my gym, it's like 30 fights. bro. It's like a 6-8 hour day of fights, bro. So, yeah, they just chunk them. I mean, the amateur fighters, they have helmets. We don't have no headgear. None of my fights are ever going to have headgear, period. Never that. If it was up to me, they'll all wear 10s. These 12s, they both said were even light. They were light. Well, yeah, they're light. Your hands that are wrapped professionally, like Roberto Duran's hands, feel like bricks. Of course, the gloves feel light compared to that. I would like to go even lighter. 10-ounce gloves. All right, you guys, man. Hey, we have a voice. Don't forget, we have a voice at the table. The raza has the power to make and break. We can push and we can cancel all these cabrones right off Chicano Street because we got the pinche power, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm out. I'll tap back in with you on next Wednesday night. The most important thing, take care of that familia, okay? Honra a Dios. But remember what I always say, gente? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.